So by now, everyone most likely knows about ChatGPT and how useful it is, and it was for many their first real introduction to how powerful AI can be. But at the same time, many people tend to think that ChatGPT is the limit to what AI can do and regard it as the best of the best. However, there are other AI chatbots that can do much more than ChatGPT, such as Claude AI. Founded in 2021, Anthropic is an AI safety company in San Francisco that created Claude AI. They develop artificial general intelligence with the goal of being helpful, harmless, and honest. So when you guys open Claude AI, you're going to be brought to this screen page. Pretty minimalistic design. I actually like it. Very clean, not too cluttered. And in the same way ChatGPT works, you can just ask it questions, general questions about anything you want. But one of the main differences between Claude and ChatGPT is you can add files. I actually made a YouTube video about examining Excel files with Dante AI, but Dante isn't really that reliable. It sometimes messes up like statistical calculations on your data. But with Claude, I found it to be really useful. So this is the sample data we're going to be using. I just pulled this from the internet. It's just a list of, some employees, their job title, the department, ethnicity, age, and then their salary, all that good stuff. So if you want to import your file, really easy. You just click the file you want to import to your computer, and boom, it's going to show up right here in this bottom left. And now you're pretty much set to ask it any questions on the data. So just to show you guys the capabilities of Claude, let's just shoot it some questions on our employee files. So first question, let's just ask for a general summary. And what I noticed with Claude is the easier the questions, the less time it takes to load the answer. And obviously, the harder and trickier the questions, the longer it takes to generate an answer. Alright, so the response has generated. It took around 10 seconds. So the quick rundown, 100 employee records, each with the information, the location of them, various departments, and it also takes into account like the diversity, ethnicity, age groups, hiring data ranges, and salary. And so what I like about Claude is it says all these statements, and then if you don't want to read through the mumbo jumbo, it just says a summary at the end. So data covers a diverse employee base across multiple locations. Blah blah blah. So yeah, really accurate summary of exactly what it is. And when you are using Excel, most likely you are using Excel in order to get valuable information, like percentages, statistics. But with Claude, you pretty much just need your file and you can just ask it any question regarding statistics. So I want to know what percentage of my workers, or the workers in the file, who are Latino, make 100K plus a year. So I send that in, and then Claude is just going to answer that. I don't need to do any calculations on Excel. So the response has generated, and Claude likes to think and show its process of when it does these mathematical calculations. So it's really easy to follow its thought process. It's like you're listening to a human. So it knows that there's 100 employees in total, and 22 are Latino/Hispanic, and it just breaks it down so easily that even a kid could understand. And there you go, 36% of Latino employees make 100K or more in salary. You don't need to calculate any of that in Excel, all in Claude. So we already know Claude is really great in doing statistical operations. And that's honestly kind of expected because it is AI. Computers are really good at calculating things. But what if I throw a curveball and ask it more of a thought-provoking question? Like, what do I need to do in order to make the most money at this company? So the response has generated, and it pretty much landed really great advice. So regarding the information from the Excel file, it noticed that uh, people who had roles like managers, directors, or vice presidents tended to have larger salaries. And it also noticed that certain departments that were making more money than other departments. And just um, recognizing that during regular promotions gain seniority. So it also took into account how long a worker has worked and the average salary. And then it also provides information that's not found in the Excel file, like ask for raises, get a bonus, develop rare skills. And you can see it's all in the file. Oh, there's only one or couple people who have a field in cloud architecture, and they notice that they have a slightly higher salary than others because of their expertise. And it also says switch companies. Changing jobs can sometimes lead to bigger salaries. So you can see Claude really thinking outside of the box here, not because this is all regarding, the Excel file, but towards the end, it starts to offer really insightful thinking. So one thing that we all want is to visualize our data. So I tried to get Claude AI to visualize or write a bar chart for me regarding average salary according to ethnicity. And it said it couldn't, but it tried its best. It sounded pretty cute on what it tried to do. It used the equal sign to mimic a bar chart. I don't want that. So I asked it to give me code in order to generate the visualization. And honestly, it's really easy now. So it uses matplotlib. So you can just open this up in another browser. And then first what you have to do is copy the basis of the code. So I'm gonna copy this one, copy code, and this is what it's gonna look like when you open it up. Simply copy paste, and you have to get the other part of the code, which is the data erase, copy. So, and then now you can legit just choose what type of data visualization style you want. So pie chart, that one, bar chart, this one. I want the bar chart, so I'm gonna copy the code like this. And keep in mind, these are generated from the Excel file, right? So the math plot already generated it. And now click this run thing, run select cells, and boom, you have your bar chart. So it is a shame that Claude can't do this itself, but it's really not that big of a deal. You can just do it yourself on this matplotlib, and it comes out pretty perfect. And the best part of all of this is Anthropic is completely free. Claude is completely free to use. There's no credit system, so you can use it as many times as you want, ask it as many questions, and it'll continue to perform just excellent every single time. So I highly recommend you guys check Claude out, and even Anthropic, because they're doing some really awesome things that are beating ChatGPT.